Hello, Don and April. It's so nice to see you again. So last time we spoke, we talked about learning more about the PACE model. So if it's okay with you, we're just going to jump right into that today. The PACE model is an extremely helpful framework for attachment-focused therapy. It's particularly effective in addressing relational trauma as it helps create emotional connections between caregivers and children. So PACE is an acronym, and the P stands for playfulness, the A stands for acceptance, the C stands for curiosity, and the E stands for empathy. Does that make sense so far? Okay, so we're going to go over all four of these aspects, and then we're going to look at how each could be applied to your family. So first, we're going to start off with playfulness. So playfulness involves using lightheartedness to diffuse tension and build joyful interactions. Playfulness invites caregivers to engage with their child in lighthearted and enjoyable interactions. This approach helps to break down barriers and build up trust by creating positive shared experiences, which can be very useful in connecting with a child who may be rejecting or distancing. So next we have acceptance. So acceptance focuses on embracing the child's feelings by recognizing and validating the child's feelings without judgment or immediate correction. It's about understanding where the child is coming from emotionally and providing a safe space for them to express themselves. By accepting their emotions, caregivers can help the child feel seen and heard, which is crucial for emotional healing. So curiosity encourages caregivers to explore the child's inner world with genuine interest without making assumptions or jumping to conclusions. By asking open-ended questions and being inquisitive about the child's thoughts and feelings, parents can foster deeper connections and gain insight into their child's behaviors. So next we have empathy. So empathy involves understanding and sharing in the child's emotional experiences. Empathy requires caregivers to tune in to the child's emotional state and offer comfort through understanding rather than solutions or fixes. Practicing empathy helps in building an emotional bridge between the caregiver and the child, and by reinforcing that the child is not alone in their struggles. So, that was a lot to learn. Do you have any questions? Awesome. So, what does all of this mean for you? Okay, so we've talked about in prior sessions together that parents like yourself who experience blocked care are likely to find themselves withdrawing emotionally due to feelings of rejection or inadequacy. However, when we embrace these PACE models and these PACE principles, you can begin to rebuild trust and rebuild a connection with Leo. So that starts us into our next topic. So we're going to talk about how we can incorporate these principles into your family. For instance, playfulness. Incorporating playful interactions can help you rebuild trust and open lines of communication. Engaging in lighthearted activities with Leo, like board games or outdoor sports, would offer you an opportunity to share positive experiences and, again, reduce tension and create a safe space for Leo to express himself. Also, playful storytelling or role-playing can encourage Leo to explore his feelings indirectly. And sometimes this makes it easier for these children to articulate their feelings because their emotions are so complex. As far as acceptance, So acceptance, you can embrace Leo's feelings and experiences by recognizing and validating his emotions without judgment. So, for example, when Leo expresses frustration or anger, acknowledge his feelings by saying something like, "It's okay to feel upset. We understand things are really hard right now." Doing this will help Leo feel heard and understood. Another example of acceptance could be when Leo withdraws from the family activities. Instead of forcing him to participate, you could say something like, "We see you need some space today. We're here whenever you're ready." You can create an environment that fosters trust and emotional safety by embracing Leo's current state with compassion and patience. So, curiosity. So, here we are at curiosity. So, it involves looking deeper into Leo's experiences, emotions, and perceptions without that preconceived judgment. So curiosity can help you explore Leo's interests and uncover the underlying reasons behind his behavior. For instance, if Leo is struggling with certain situations, such as the birth of Emily, your understanding can open doors to meaningful conversations where Leo feels heard and valued. Also, your curiosity can help you pick up on clues that signal Leo's unmet needs or unspoken fears regarding past experiences or apprehension about adding a baby to the home. And finally, empathy. So, empathy can help you validate Leo's emotional experiences without necessarily agreeing with them. So your acknowledgement that Leo's feelings are real and important will help you pave a way for deeper understanding. One thing you could do to practice empathy would be to actively listen to Leo. Another thing you could do is to reflect back on what he had says about his feelings and experiences. And lastly, you can respond to what he expresses with warmth and validation. For example, if Leo came to you and he said, he's having a hard time at home because he feels like he's being left out, you could say something like, "I'm sorry you're having a hard time at home right now. How can I make it better?" So does this make sense so far? Great, great. I know it's a lot to cover. The PACE model offers a transformative framework. So when parents integrate these 4 principles of playfulness, acceptance, curiosity, and empathy, they create an environment where the child feels understood and valued despite his struggles. Additionally, following these principles over time can help you rebuild trust, and you may find that Leo becomes more receptive to your affection and your guidance. So today, during our session, we explored the PACE model and how playfulness can bring laughter back to your family. We talked about the significance of acceptance and emphasized how acknowledging Leo's feelings without judgment can help him feel understood and valued. We discussed how curiosity can help deepen your understanding without preconceived ideas or judgment. And lastly, we covered the importance of empathy and comprehending Leo's feelings. Do you find this information helpful, or do you have any questions or any concerns? Terrific, terrific. You're doing so well. I know this is a lot and it's overwhelming. So we're coming to an end of our session today. And I know this is a lot to cover, and it may be helpful to kind of break some of this down in steps. We got a huge foundation that was thrown at you today. So I think if we break it down into some more manageable steps over the next couple sessions, it might be helpful. So how do you feel about if we build on this foundation by furthering our discussion in turning our focus to incorporating playfulness and curiosity in our next session. So great. Y'all are doing awesome, and I just appreciate both of you. Really, your willingness to just want to learn this and participate. I really do appreciate that, and it's not going unnoticed. I know this is very difficult for you, and just know that you're doing terrific. So I have enjoyed talking to you today, and I admire your dedication and you're wanting to learn and use these strategies. And I really do look forward to working with you in our next session. And I want to thank you both for coming today.